Welcome to my channel and welcome to the next one. This week I'm doing a video on the pineal gland and how we need to activate this so that we can walk forward in our practice, and also some of the pointers that will show if you have the potential for shamanic work or you have the ability to become shaman. Hope you enjoy. Everyone, Gothic Witch here. This week I thought it would be good to talk about some of the signs that you may get if you are or have the potential to be a practicing shaman. When I talk about being a shaman, we're talking about the things that set you differently to other people. As I say, a lot of shamanic practitioners seem to have a lot of ill health, and the reason behind this, I feel personally, is that when you suffer with a condition, and they're normally autoimmune conditions, you know what it is to suffer, so you have compassion for those who are suffering. Without that knowledge, without that compassion, how would you know how to do healing? How would you get that love in your heart? I'm going to go on to how, if you know that's what you've got, because this is potential. This isn't you are a shaman, because believe me, it takes a lot of work, but it's worthwhile if that is part of your path, because we have lived many, many lives, and in those lives you have gained knowledge, and then when you pass away and you go on to the next life, that learning is still deep within you, embedded, but you have to do things to release that knowledge and then build on it, and that makes you a little bit further on each time. So how do you do that? Well, the best way of doing that, and a lot of people say this, is we're going to look at the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland is actually situated, if you put your finger here, I'm going to come up to the camera, hang on. If you put your finger here, it's just around this area. A lot of people call it the third eye. It's actually the part that, imagine a telescope going into your brain, and it will come out at the back here, yeah? That is where the pineal gland is. It's right in the centre of the brain, but the chakra to it comes out the back of your head, and the third eye stems here, and central is a little acorn. It looks like a little acorn. I think it's an acorn, yeah. And when it's not used, it's hard. When it's not used, it's sort of like a stone. So you'll get people that don't actually believe in anything, they've never used that sense, they don't get gut feelings or anything. And it's because they've never activated their pineal gland. Now the pineal gland is the third eye. And if it is activated, and it is like a muscle, if it is progressed with time, it becomes soft and pliable and able to absorb the energies from way above or way below on all the 9 worlds, and you can draw that information in. You can see through the third eye. Now the third eye is shut tight. Imagine a newborn baby. When it's born, the third eye is tight and then it opens. And at first it doesn't see. At first all it sees is shadows and shapes. And then after a few days it starts to focus and it starts to see. First its mother, then its father, and so on until it has the sight. The pineal gland is very much like that, and that is what we are trying to open. To become very shamanic, you need to be able to talk to the spirits, the ancestors, you need to be able to travel. Now, you're going to say there's a lot of work in this. Well, yes. First things first. What the best way of opening your pineal gland, and you need to do this daily, guys, you really do. If you want to see an outcome, then you need to be able to open it up. Now, to open it up, you need to be able to breathe properly. You need to be able to meditate properly. But not just meditate, you need to get into a state where you are so relaxed, but so focused at the same time. It can be difficult to start with, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes very part of your life. And you do not give up that practice just because you get to a state where you can do it. Because if you do that, you will stagnate and you will lose everything. So the best way of meditating to get the pineal gland moving, the best way to get your pineal gland opening up, is to basically, what I normally do is I have stones that I use. Okay. Now, the best stone for this, what I feel, is the amethyst. So you would use the amethyst. You can lay on your bed, like so you're comfortable, like this. And make sure you are wearing loose clothes and you are comfortable. You take your amethyst stone and you put it upon your third eye down. You need to be laying like this. So you put your stone there. Now, if you can do this with me, you will get the benefit from it. So what we do, we take a deep breath in through our nose. Hold it and release through your mouth. Again, in through your nose. Hold it. Out through your mouth. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to start to relax. First of all, I want you to relax your feet. Feel them starting to relax and sort of blur. And then move up to your knees and just let them go. Then up, right up to your thighs and the area in your hips. There'll be a lot of tension there, so just feel yourself merge into the bed and just release it. And now come up the body to your belly button area, which is the solar plexus. Imagine that just relaxing and like syrupy honey melting into the bed. Now you come up to your heart area and your chest area, and you feel light, no cares. And as you relax and melt into the bed, you then come up to your shoulders and your arms, and you release them and let them melt into the bed. Now you come up to your head, let your jaw drop, let your shoulders relax, and your head. Now you should start to be feeling in a very, very relaxed state. And it's in this state we can start to think about the pineal gland. It's in this state we think about the pineal gland. And focus now between your eyes. Do you sense anything? Do you feel anything? Some people will. Some people will feel like a cold feeling. Some people will feel a buzzing sensation. Some won't feel anything at the moment, and that's okay. When you feel what it is you felt, you can now think about what your television looks like. A square screen which is not switched on at the moment. What I want you to do, guys, is I want you to imagine switching with a remote control like you do every day with your TV, and switch that television set on. Now in the screen you will see, it could be blurry, it could be static, it could be just a scene of something, it could be like, it could be a scene of something. Now if you're not getting anything, don't worry, you're going to have to try this daily. The first time it happens, it might shake you up, because the first time it happened for me, I saw a moving picture. And it was funny because I didn't expect to see that. I thought it would be just like a picture. So you may get a moving picture. You might see a scene of people walking, or you might see the sea coming in and out. Whatever it is, just let it flow over you. Now I want you to switch your television set off, because you don't want to push it too much the first time. If you do, you'll get a headache, you'll get pain in your eyes, and you don't want that. So once you've switched off your television, I want you to then start to feel yourself coming back. Start to feel the sensations coming back. Start to feel the energy coming back. And you can start with your head. Let the energy, let the feeling of being at home sort of come into your head, and then feel it drawing. As you breathe in, you can feel your arms. So move them, and then come down to your stomach. Start to feel that, and then down to your knees. Twiddle them around, down to your feet. The same there. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Obviously take the stone off. Reason of your head. I put the amethyst stone here is because amethyst is good for psychic enhancement. If you add it to what you're doing, it will just give that edge to help you to start to feel things, start to see things, and that is brilliant. Now, what can I say about once you start to get more and more? What normally starts off is that you will start to see things in the screen. You will start to, well, first of all, it will just be moving pictures. And then you can get your remote control when you get to this stage, and you can turn the volume up. And then you will start to hear the moving pictures, what's going on. Once you get to that stage, you then ask your guides, your ancestors, that they may show themselves to you. The television in the next bit, when you get further on, you need to then take the television, see yourself walk towards the television. See, this is an ongoing thing, so I don't want to rush it, but what you do is, first of all, you get your TV, then you get your sound on the picture, and once you get to that, move in your mind's eye. You have to see yourself get up from the chair as if you are getting up from the chair or the bed. So feel yourself move, feel yourself walking towards the TV. Feel yourself switch it off manually and pick it up and put it to the side so you can't see it. Now, you will be standing then in like a void. It might be dark or it might be light. Don't be afraid. This is the point where you ask your guides and your helpers. Retain the sound of the bell. So, remember what it sounds like. It's very powerful. Imagine yourself holding a bell and ringing it. Great. You can imagine anything in this state. You can imagine yourself holding the candle even. So imagine you're holding your candle for light if you're worried about being in the dark. So you're holding your candle. The next step is to seek the one that's guiding you, the one that's going to be teaching you, the one that has been with you all along but you don't know. With practice over a period of time, the next thing will be that they will make themselves known to you. They will make themselves known to you. It could be in all manner of forms. It could be actually seeing them, who they are. It could be symbols. It could be symbols that would mean something to you. It could be a feeling. It could be a sound. It all depends on the ability that opening this pineal gland is allowing you to focus on at that precise time. Now, imagine the pineal gland is cut into four, and that they're like the elements. So you've got earth, air, fire and water. And in the middle is spirit. It's the same sort of thing. So one part is air. That would be knowledge. So you would get knowledge first. Then it might go to fire, which would give you the power that you need to be doing the work of a shaman. Then you go around to water, which will give you the emotion that you need in your psychic ability. And then earth to ground you into what it is you're doing. And then spirit is what is aiding you. And this is what I like to call the inner circle, the circle within the third eye. It is totally different to a way a lot of people train. I found this way myself through trial and error, and it works for me. So imagine yourself visualizing that acorn and that it's split into four, and the earth, air, fire and water. what part are you feeling drawn to? If you are feeling drawn to air, you might start to hear spirit. If you're drawn to fire, you might feel it. Well, no, you might actually sense it. When you're drawn to water, you will feel it. And when you're drawn to earth, you will see it. You will see it in all its forms. Now, I want to say to you now, guys, is really don't think that they're going to just suddenly appear to you. It doesn't work like that, and it takes a long time. But if it is part of your pathway, you will find this. And once you've opened your pineal gland up, you will then be able to be taught by your ancestors, by your guides and helpers, and you will start to work with them, and they will aid you, and you will know what it is you're meant to be doing. As long as you keep this going, it won't cease. You will just gain more and more knowledge. You will gain more and more power, gain the healing's ability. You'll gain love for mankind and the planet. You'll gain an instinct that other people don't seem to have. You will be set apart. And believe me, it is a lonely path in one way, because you have 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the spirit realm. You are not really of this world as other people are. You are different. You are breed apart. This is who you are. And once you learn to accept this, you will be able to be in a path that is you. There is no book studies. You can learn from books, but you can't learn what you learn from your ancestors and your spirit helpers. And a lot of people give up because they don't seem to be able to keep it going. It's not about discipline. It's certainly not about having to do things. If you feel that way, then it's not for you. It's a matter of being. It's a matter of it is you. So you want to do these things, you start to see an outcome, and you start to see things, and you start to want to follow it. Those that find it difficult and can't do it, yes, you probably have psychic abilities, yes, you're very spiritual, but this is not the path for you. You have to remember that you are guided to the path that you're meant to be on. You will be, like, for example, when you work with wood, when you work with clay, when you work with water, when you work with earth, all those things bring you to a spiritual aspect. A person that isn't psychic or hasn't got these abilities, they won't get anything out of touching wood or feeling water or working with the elements. They really won't. They'll just see it as work. So guys, if this is for you, this pathway, the pineal gland is the first thing, and the meditation. Remember, if you do it to start with, only for a short period of time, once a day, set the same time every day, because spirit will be with you then. Once you're set up doing this once a day for a few minutes, you may feel it's time to progress on, so you will go to the next stage, which is turning the volume up. Then the next stage is putting the telly to one side and visualising yourself walking to the telly. That part will take you time, because that is a difficult part, to separate yourself from your actual body. Your spirit is walking towards that. You're actually path walking without realising it. Once you can attain that, then you meet the ones, because they can meet you easier by you doing that with your spirit than them coming to you in physical form while you're awake. it's very difficult. So once you've got to that stage, you will be being taught, and they will take it from then. But honestly guys, at the end of the day, these are the pointers that will help you move forward in your path, and I really hope this has helped. I didn't know what to do this week for a video, and then I kept getting this thought about the pineal gland, and I realised that how important the pineal gland is for any form of psychic work, any form of spiritual work. You need that it becomes activated for you to get the benefit in your practice. Once you can feel deity, once you can feel spirit, once you can feel your guides and your ancestors, it is fantastic, and there's no feeling like it. Once you feel your powers coming to light, once you feel the emotions, once you feel the love, there's nothing on this planet quite like it. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope it's helped a little bit. And to any new subscribers, I do thank you. I really appreciate it. And to those that have come back and started watching my films or my content again, thank you also. I really do appreciate it. And to any of my ones that follow me, to all that follow me, thank you also from the bottom of my heart. You don't know what that means. I'm sorry about the background noise if you're hearing anything. It's very noisy today, and finding a quiet spot is almost impossible. So going to leave it there, guys. I hope you're having a great day. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, wish you the best ever. House of